legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck cutting up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Dixon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield on play action. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is David Johnson, a former All-Pro. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On second down, it's Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know.
Here's Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I know he ain't got it.
On third down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
We play to win. Let's go! Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now this time Murray to throw it. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Murray now, 3rd and goal. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing?
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Strong right. Even. 4 down. Even. Mike's 43.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Check 26, check 26.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Yo. Point it right.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he is able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pistol. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete to Ingram. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brought in left side by Snead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Ready. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. Check. Hey. Tighten up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Throw left side, caught by Butler. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Last year as a rookie, Edmonds got more action than most people anticipated as David Johnson's backup. 80 touches, 60 of them on the ground, 20 through the air. 4th-round pick in 2018 out of Fordham, who had a whopping 5,800 rushing yards during his college career. They think his future's bright in Arizona.
Here we go. Set. 15 running. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 22-yard line.
Set, 180. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On the return is Kirk.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. On second down, here's Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Slam, slam, slam. Let's go.
They'll run it now. This is Charcandrick West. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
They go play action. Mayfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, alert 33. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away to his left. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Forced out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Throwing. Mayfield dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On second down, Mayfield again. And he comes back with one complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's go, D.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on fourth down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Mayfield on play action. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Look, there he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.